I think it is the pencil sharpener. Ayana.
Ayana, are you playing with that pencil sharpener?
Yes.
Ayana! What? What's playing with the pencil sharpener?
I can have a pencil sharp.
Shit, wrong one. Bro, what the fuck is it? There it is.
The action continues right here tonight. Welcome to Main Event.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, Absolute Ricky Stank!
Get the action started here tonight on YouTube, being blessed for the second week in a row here on Main Event.
Being blessed? Shit, I think Dan Hazard must have showed up when I was asleep last night.
Appreciate that, Blake. This is a man who I'm sure has a little extra chip on his shoulder.
Guys, picture this right here.
Missing out on the biggest party of the summer. Someone who we do know wants to be part of our...
Oh, you fucking little bastards.
Next premium live event, that being Money in the Bank in his hometown.
You are cursed. I think that's exactly what fucking happened last night.
That goes for his opponent as well. I think everybody who is competing here on Main Event, who's on
Why is it so fucking glitchy? You can barely fucking see.
They're now thinking, what do I have to do? How do I stand out?
Who's this fucking retard going up against?
Talked about the call out the locker room on NXT. You've heard what Triple H has had to say during press conferences following SummerSlam.
Saying out loud, we fraction! Coming out of where we from?
From Madrid, Axiom!
Now taking a look at the lightning quick and always ready superstar from Friday Night SmackDown tag team partner Nathan Frazier. Axiom is still riding his back from the line up here, Vic. Looking to bring it forward here against Ricky Saints tonight. Well, perhaps, but the same goes for Axiom. This is someone who would love the opportunity to show and showcase what he can do. Same goes for Nathan Frazier in a multi-man ladder match. He'd love to get a contract. He'd love to guarantee himself a championship opportunity because still, all three of these men have not worn singles gold on Raw or SmackDown. Talk about that ladder match. How about last year at SummerSlam? Axiom and Nathan Frazier certainly putting on a good display right there. As we're taking a look at a first-time ever encounter right here between Ricky Saints and Axiom. Of course, the last time we saw Axiom go the wrath of the AAA World Tag Team Champions. They found wrong end of that one, wasn't he, Blake? But in this matchup, two guys that are evenly matched. I give Axiom a little bit to the side of what speed and maybe athleticism, quickness as well. But here is what he does not have the edge in, and that is aggression. Having got both superstars here looking to pick up the pieces right after SummerSlam weekend. Getting right in the Money in the Bank. Whoa! Snaps off the head scissors right there. Does Axiom that lightning quick? Oh! Axiom creating some separation right here. It's a game that put on a full display in a wheelbarrow position. Axiom. Once again, she went off those smooth moves right here. And I think that's very sending Saints to the outside. You saw Saints get a little frustrated there for a moment. He'll be more frustrated now, too. As they open up the cockpit doors, a kick from Madrid flying right through. I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but that left knee may be compromised on Axiom. He flew through the air, he hit that dive, and it took him a little to get up. Something to keep our eye on throughout this match. See that slows Axiom down at all here. As for Axiom certainly looking for maybe a spark in the tag team division. And Ricky Saints certainly saw it, but zeroing in right on that knee.
He certainly didn't get stop going on that ankle, making his way up to the knee. If you can take away the flying ability of Axiom, that is the proper plan, I would think. That is the agenda I would have if I was stepping in there with this man. Keep him grounded.
Absolutely right now. Of course, last week we saw Saints give up short against Carmelo Hayes, but now they have a different target as it relates to the United States Championship.
Certainly is, and look, Baron Corbin. Got it to your head. To Baron Corbin, obviously he's probably a little happy right now that he is a champion once again, made his return, made a statement certainly at the expense of Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. Can't take away what he did. He won SummerSlam against Williams, defeated him to once again become the United States champion.
Lone Wolf riding out, Ricky Saints suplex for the cover, right there. And as Ricky Saints looks to move back up the ladder, we talk about that United States Championship. We're talking Money in the Bank ladder match. How does Saints get the attention of, once again, SmackDown General Manager Nick Owens?
Gotta win. I mean, out here right now, ooh, kicks like that, that certainly would do you a lot of favors. Being able to pick up wins, that's what you want to do. It doesn't matter if it's on a WWE live event, if it's on Main Event, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, it doesn't matter. The name of the game is victories, and that's what Saints needs.
General Manager Nick Owens certainly shaking a lot of things up this past Saturday and Sunday in Minneapolis. Ricky Saints, we talk. About him last week, we talked about him this week, and Vic, he's looking to bless us again here for the WWE Universe.
Bless him, Ricky. The Saints marching in right now on Axiom.
As Ricky Saints, that confidence sky high right now. And you have to imagine the confidence sky high. Vic, can you believe the new #1 contender to the Undisputed Championship in Kevin Owens?
Look, I was sitting there. I didn't know what was happening as Axiom getting able to jump over Ricky Saints. Booker and I were just as shocked with the call on Sirius XM of SummerSlam on WWE Radio. We were blown away. We couldn't believe our eyes. I mean, neck fusion surgery, unreal SummerSlam moment for Kevin Owens.
Crazy way to kick off SummerSlam Sunday as Axiom in the driver's seat right here. Less than 24 hours before Friday Night SmackDown, looking to make a huge statement here against Ricky Saints. Saints putting on the brakes right there. Axiom pops right back up. Time for... half and half. And Axiom, a big strike, dials it up right there. Center of the ring cover. And here's all there.
Saints looking around right now. You might think he is still back at SummerSlam, but Axiom's a little gingerly working his way to the top rope right now.
Talked about that knee baby compromise all throughout the matchup. Ricky Saints had it targeted. Axiom goes up top, and then you see that knee collapse right out from underneath him.
Saints realize, look at that sinister stare on the face of Saints.
And the absolute one's going to zero in. Oh, Axiom! Pulled it right in. Look at here. Fall! And another big strike.
Oh, what a knee.
For the second time being charmed.
Ooh, that was close.
Adrian Butler says it's only 2. Axiom going back to the drawing board right here. Maybe looking to dial up that golden ratio.
Referee buzzing around like a hornet because his action is fast. Big kick.
And Saints puts on the brakes. We've seen it before here on Main Event. Rochambeau. And Ricky Saints is blessed with a victory.
Fucking bullshit.
Here is your winner, Absolute Ricky Saints.
Talk about a way to get right back on track here on Main Event. The action right here. Ricky Saints has that.
He is what he says he is, and that is so.
The action continues on YouTube as Ivy Nile goes one-on-one with LFG and evolves BJ Vasa. And the Pitbull out of the way with a fourth consecutive victory on Main Event. Or Vasa making an immediate impact by scoring a statement win in the Main Event debut. We'll find out next.
Good enough to beat me. You think this man's gonna beat me? Smack that glass straight off your face. There's not gonna be a problem around where I promise you that. This is what he wants. Prove it. Easy work. Easy work.
The wait is over, and Club WWE is live now. Start earning rewards. Check out your exclusive member benefits and explore the catalog of premium content you can't find anywhere else. Congratulations on being the first to experience the epicenter of fandom. This is Club WWE.
Another test once again here for the Pitbull.
This is the match already started. What?
Introducing first, from Knoxville, Tennessee, representing American-made Ivy Nile.
Back once again, and she's been putting together quite the resume as of late. Right here on Main Event.
You call her the gatekeeper of sorts?
It seems that has been a theme in recent weeks.
You know what? That has been the theme, and I can't argue with it. Everyone that has stepped in here with this woman, she has put down, she has defeated, she has sent packing. She too is also building momentum and building a case for possibly being the women's Money in the Bank ladder match October the 10th in New Orleans. Could you imagine if she got her name on the ladder?
That's not good.
And what a debut this is going to be from LFG to evolve to Main Event.
And her opponent, from the state of Washington, BJ Vasa.
Well, certainly time for someone to get their issue from the All-Star and former rugby standout in her very first opportunity on the big stage.
That's
Right over here. You seem intimidated.
A little bit. Did you not look into the eyes of BJ Vasa when she came to that curtain and she's screaming and she's snarling and she's spitting and now she's stepping into the ring? It seems too impressed, but it's been very rare occasions that we have sat here calling Main Event, calling matches featuring Ivy Nile. But I can honestly say I don't believe she's going to have the strength in this matchup.
We saw a couple of weeks ago did not have the experience advantage against Wendy Chu. When you talk about that size and strength advantage, BJ Vasa has it in spades in this matchup.
Really is very interesting to see what BJ Vasa is going to do. We talk about LFG on A&E each and every Sunday. Evolve, which you're the voice of Evolve, Mr. Evolve, according to some. Wednesdays on Tubi.
And the big fatal four-way last night, Harlan Lewis successfully retaining his Evolve championship. And BJ Vasa certainly has championship designs of her own. And Vic, we talked about it more from LFG to Evolve. Now, of course, here in the Main Event.
Uh-oh.
Who else have you seen rising up their ranks with that type of intimidation?
I don't think there's anyone like BJ Vasa who's tossing around right now. Ivy Nile, standing on business in the center of the ring, talking a lot of trash. She is oozing confidence right now. We're going to see, we're going to learn, I should say, a lot about Ivy Nile because we do not see Ivy being one and having to back up.
You see that power on display right there from BJ Vasa, once again a former rugby standout. And looking to assert her size is Ivy Nile. Snapping off the head scissors right there, starting to rock BJ.
Smart.
Gonna chop down that tree. Let's see what the power is there. Not quite yet. And Busso looking to take full advantage.
Thought initially Ivy now was going to take that play out of what we saw with Ricky Saints. Saints took away the legs, took away the vertical base, so Axiom couldn't fly, couldn't jump around the ring, couldn't use his speed. Ivy trying to take away, I thought for a moment, the strength advantage by chopping down PJ Vasquez. Everyone's the same size when they're on the mat.
Very successful in our first matchup for the absolute one. PJ Voss in full control right here. Only roughly 50 career matches for PJ, and looking at a huge chance right here tonight on Main Event.
That says a lot, right? 50 career matches. And all of a sudden, with the bright lights of Main Event eyes around the world on PJ Vasa here on YouTube. And she has not stopped talking.
And that short arm clothesline as PJ Vasa looking to assert herself. Ooh. And the headbutt. Center of the ring, going for the cover, hooks that outside leg. And a near fall there for PJ Vasa. Of course, a new star here on Main Event makes her debut. And we certainly saw a lot of stars ranked up on the World Championship picture as it relates to the women's side on Monday on Raw.
Certainly did. And look, you got Stephanie Becerra, you got man Becky Lynch. I'm Liv Morgan. There is trouble coming her way. But oh, look at Ivy.
And the second falls in a pinning position. And another near fall.
Let's talk about PJ Vasa right now. If I'm the general manager of NXT, Robert Stone, I'm making a phone call to PJ to say, hey, may have an opportunity for you when it comes to our women's title after what we saw on the underground this past Tuesday between Kendall and Lola Vice. That also being said, newly reinstated general manager of SmackDown might be looking at a future SmackDown woman that wants to come in and win that women's championship. And you already talked about the clouded picture on Raw. If I'm Adam Pearce, maybe I'm trying to get a hold of PJ Vasa because she has been impressive in this match.
And if you're the Evolve Foreman Timothy Thatcher, you might not pick up those calls because you want PJ Vasa entering your women's division.
You know, no lies told right there, but Ivy now trying to play this vice grip, this nerve hold of PJ Vasa.
And of course, you mentioned Kendall Gray, PJ Vasa. Right to Kendall in a streak fight back at Evolve Succession Women's Championship. She's going toe-to-toe with some of the best in NXT and Evolve.
It certainly has. But a little bit too much time to execute that headbutt for the second time, and now is the moment maybe for Ivy.
Ivy being able to escape right here. Niall won 3 in a row, 5 of 6. Ivy's certainly done some things differently inside the ring. This type of winning streak and momentum.
Vasa now on the back foot finally. She seems a little dazed, seems a little confused, and Ivy now picking up some steam.
Both superstars collapse. Ivy didn't get the best of PJ right there. And that might have prevented the victory.
Yeah, you can go back to what just happened. Ivy was able to yank PJ Vasa down, couldn't grasp all of the hold. Certainly did get enough of it as we've witnessed, but now it's time for Ivy now to weather the storm and to get back into this fight.
Certainly the biggest test for Ivy Niles relates to NXT superstars as PJ Vasa dropped in the center of the ring, and Ivy Niles, the counter offense, they can start to work right here.
Looks like a modified version of a DDT for Ivy.
As the Pitbull trying to get back into position, she's certainly with a recent success.
And again, I go back to Ivy not having the strength advantage in this matchup. She's not used to it. She's probably having to do a few things that she hasn't had to do in the past.
And the third time won't even be a charm as PJ Vasa shuts it right down again.
I mean, think about it. PJ Vasa not doing anything, took away Ivy Niles' best attribute.
Samoan drop center of the ring, and it might be time for Ivy to get her issue.
Oh, and I don't know about this one for PJ Vasa, but again, big opportunity. First time on Main Event, gotta go for broke.
Going deep into the playbook right here, PJ Vasa going all the way upstairs. And Ivy able to move out of the way.
But PJ's up first.
And Niall, can she get Vasa up? Will the fourth time be a charm?
Struggling, fighting.
She's got it. And drops Vasa on a modified game train. And the amazing power of the people does not get the job done quite yet. Right on the doorstep here, and Vic, you can start to see the frustration coming out in Ivy now.
But again, Ivy now is used to having her way with her opponents. Used to having the ability to throw them around, to hoist them up, to hold them in air for 20, 25, 30 seconds.
That was the fifth time. And look at the power once again. Drops Vasa center of the ring. And the power of the Pitbull prevails here on Main Event.
Here is your winner, Ivy Niles.
Well, the first
That's a
four
bit of
times
shock,
will
though.
be the fifth time will be a charge here for Ivy Niles.
Look, I haven't the strength advantage. She tried to hoist up BJ Vasa on a number of different occasions. She could not do it, but she was determined. She had the fighting spirit. She had a mindset of a people. She would not be denied. She was determined to prove that she is what she says she is, and that could be the future of the WWE.
The perseverance prevailed as Undeniable Pickwick. Still to come, American Maiden is looking to pick up back-to-back victories on Main Event, but standing in their way is the dangerous combination of Romeo Moreno and Supernova 11 Noam Dar. The three brothers continue their winning ways, while Moreno and Dar bring their momentum to a sudden halt. Find out when this hard-hitting tag team showdown comes your way. Next.
Welcome to Saturday night's main event. History will be made. You want a moment? This is always a moment.
It's Sunday night's main event. Atlanta, Labor Day weekend, Sunday, September 6th. Tickets on sale now. This September, the biggest spectacle in lucha libre transforms into an unforgettable two-night event. Due to overwhelming demand, Night 1 live at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas.
This is lucha libre.
While Night 2 is live at the Arena CDMX in Mexico City. It's the first ever two-night triple venue on September 11th and September 13th.
Time for a tag team main event.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 383 pounds, the team of Noam Dar and Romeo Moreno.
Well, another one of the hottest new duos in NXT looking to expand their horizons. Well, one of them will be rocking over the main event.
Certainly is, and look, right now you take a look at this team and trying to put it all together when it comes to maybe NXT. They've been trying to work and have some opportunities to compete. Romeo, we know, is all about it. Romeo's he's trying to, no, come on, let's get the ring, get the opportunity. Let's work with Saquon Shoulders. Let's be part of NXT. Let's get on the six-man. Like, he wants to. Noam Dar, I think, starting to come around.
Romeo Moreno 100% all in. We'll see what his partner feels about tonight here against a couple of superstars that you certainly know very well.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 495 pounds, representing American Made, the team of Brutus and Julius Creed, the Creed Brothers.
The brothers Creed and Dean back at it again and looking to pick up where they left off with another victory.
So Brutus, Julius in great shape. This is a matchup that I think if you're Romeo Moreno, if you're Noam Dar, this is a great test for you as a team. This is really a measuring stick matchup, measuring stick moment. Figure out where you are, what you can work on, what you have to fix, what you got to get better at. True measure against a pair that used to be the NXT Tag Team Champions, who have dreams of being champions once again.
As we spoke about in our last match, you discussed with BJ Voss against Ivy Nile, very similar situation right here for Romeo Moreno and Noam Dar. Supernova 11 back on main event for the first time in nearly 3 years.
Julius now just doing the double bicep to Noam Dar. Noam Dar, I also feel, in a way, is trying to get some footing back. You know, this is someone who has had some stops and starts. Unfortunately, some injuries were sustained. Booker would tell you he's a 19-time Heritage Cup champion. That's not the case. He did win it multiple times, but not that many. But he certainly can get it done in the squared circle. He's someone from NXT UK to NXT, now here to main event, and he is scientific. He will systematically dissect anyone but running that brick wall.
You see that striking ability right there of Noam Dar. You're talking about him being a Heritage Cup champion, actually on 4 different occasions. The outside leg there for his Creed. A near fallen, a veteran of nearly 200 WWE matches from Raw to main event to 205 Live, of course, to NXT.
That was made Romeo now legal.
Romeo Moreno in here alongside Noam Dar. We talked about them on NXT recently. Vic, how have they gelled as a team on Tuesday nights?
I think they're still trying to gel, and I think that was the point I was trying to emphasize earlier. It was a cheap shot by Julius, as these are two guys that are coming together because Romeo Moreno wants the opportunity to compete. He knows how good Noam Dar is. Noam Dar was one of the guys that inspired him growing up in Spain. NXT UK was so huge for him in his love of what this is that it's almost like getting a team with an idol of sort, and then it excites him. Even have this opportunity, a little springboard action to get caught.
Moreno trying to go 1-on-2 here against the brothers Creed. Slips out the back door. Tag made the Supernova 11 right here. And Vic, we can see this double team style working very well together. That tiki-taka style into the cover right there of Noam Dar.
Look at back leg and along with the front leg, you know just how strong Brutus is. And now maybe mocking with Julius. Jessica Carter's gonna have his hands full. Noam Dar knows better than to turn around.
And quite the distraction provided there by Julius Creed. Brutus looking to take full advantage right now.
They're gonna pay as well.
And then we talked about him recently returning, picking up a win.
Yes.
And Julius another cheap shot. How did the Creeds look in their recent return here?
They look great. I mean, they look like they haven't lost a step. I think they're trying to refine themselves about what made them champions in NXT, as I mentioned before. Maybe blinded a little bit by moving over to Raw and traveling the world. I mean, maybe they were caught up in some of those moments, and I'm just speaking maybe out of turn, but it's easy to do. It's easy to lose a little bit of focus.
We touched on it earlier. Of course, they were a part of NXT at the same time. What do you think the Creeds feel about Grayson Waller's words last week on NXT?
I mean, they got to be fired up because that little backstabber, flapjack combo right there was effective. And you see someone like Grayson Waller, I think this is everybody in the NXT locker room. Every single man that is there, even every single woman, if you want to talk about the entire locker room in its entirety, to come in and say what he said with the force in which he said it. I mean, he was spitting venom. He did it again this past Tuesday, and now he's got a chance to prove it. Because in just a few nights on NXT, he will face Cruz Montana. The winner will be the #1 contender to the NXT Championship, and Tony D'Angelo.
See if he can put his money where his mouth is with the Aussie icon. There's a tag as Romeo Moreno, the fresh man, in. Big tag there from Supernova 11. Romeo Moreno off and running right here. There's question, how is Romeo Moreno adjusted the atmosphere of NXT? Looking very strong right here.
Certainly is. A lot of quick strikes, throwing some hands, picking up the
Yeah,
pace,
they
coming
jerk
right
up the
back
channel.
in.
Your friends don't have control over what you post.
Taking
She's trying to
some
say that.
direction from Noam Dar. We talked about Axiom in the first matchup here tonight. Another spin move. And the German release suplex out of the corner there by Romeo Moreno. He's starting to cook right here. And this kicks hands down Julius Creed. Here we go, cover.
She is apparently adding.
Creeds will hang on for now.
Oh, Noam Dar wise. Dar's such a good striker, great ability. Mental specialist as well, someone who's adapted his game over time. Target acquired big soccer style kick.
And has been a great mentor to Romeo Moreno as Julius Creed knocks off Supernova 11. Now Julius get ahead of the outside.
Big drop kick by Romeo.
Oh, freestyler, the final man inside the ring. He's looking out to the WWE Universe.
Romeo, where is now Romeo?
His main event debut. Romeo Moreno will fly. And now looking to keep his foot on the gas, take full advantage right now. As Dar and Moreno working well together right here. Oh! And Brutus Creed shuts down Noam Dar. Look at the athleticism here of Julius.
Oh, no way.
Up and right up into the superplex. And there's the tag in the Brutus and Vic. This normally signals the end. And the Creeds. That double sit-out spine buster into the cover. And the Creeds keep it moving.
Here are your winners, the Creed Brothers.
Well, Julius and Brutus expand their playbook here tonight and make it 2 in a row for American Made.
Momentum picking up, taking nothing away from Noam Dar and Romeo Moreno. They brought their A game here tonight. In the end, though, goes back to the Creed brothers. They've been teammates since childhood. They knew what each was going to do before they did it. It's still a learning experience for Dar and Romeo, but hats off to the Creeds.
As always, on the same page, the brothers Creed pick up another big win right here on Main Event.
Well, that was short as fuck.